like why data analytics? Like I told you, we always talk about demand and supply.
Yeah.
So where the supply is very low and the demand is so high, when we are talking about billions of dollars, then definitely this will be a good one prime choice that you can actually make.
Hi everyone, welcome on board. Welcome to CATKing. This is Anisha here, and today I have with me Bijay and Sawjanya, really amazing students who are pursuing MBA in analytics at Woxsen University. Before I talk about more, let's have a quick introduction from them. So, Bijay, why don't you introduce yourself to us?
Yes. Hi everyone, this is Bijay. I'm a Woxen grad from like 2022 batch from MBA, BA, IIML, and my majors were AIML and finance. And this is my second time career change while selecting Woxen University, and where I moved to Woxen priorly majorly because of the course sector of business analytics, and I hailed from multiple industries experiences like construction industry, communication industry, and teaching background. And when things are very difficult when you have to decide on to a career. So um, I had finally moved on to data analytics as my final job platform. So with that understanding, I moved on to Woxen as my AML stream.
Interesting. How about you, Sawjanya? What's your background before MBA?
Hello everyone. Hello ma'am. So before I joined business analytics in MBA, I have done my engineering in electronics and communication. So I have 1 year of work experience in edtech industry, and then I think the reason I chose business analytics is because analytics is the future and AIML is the future. Be it any industry from healthcare sector to edtech to everything, everywhere. So I thought this is a right choice for me, as in for me to grow in career. You would have to keep up with the technology. You would have to keep up with whatever is upcoming. So that was the main reason why.
Interesting. So, I'm sure, like Bijay also mentioned, making a career choice is such a complex thing. So, if you go back to all the people who are listening to us, are at that point of time in life where they are just done with exams and sitting for interviews and making that choice. So, what made you decide that you want to do an MBA in analytics and artificial intelligence and machine learning? Because this is a niche sector and not the general MBA. So, what was your thought process at that time?
So let us talk about where it stems from. First, we'll talk about whether we can do it or not. And initially, I never thought I could have completed. But when Watson had come up with something like, okay, if you do not have a coding background, we can still help you. And I was like,
Okay.
what? Are you for real? And I was like, okay, sure. And then they said, okay, we are providing dual specialization as well. And it sounded little difficult, but I never wanted to do a easy MBA, honestly speaking. So I'll tell you something. In one of the studies, the like some industries are just using 60% of the data available.
Correct.
That too on the electronic communication. Like in a electronic medium, there are some 60% of data only is being used out of the total data available. And there is a lot of scope, like as per one of the Forrester studies, it says that the data analytics has the scope of improving around some $190 billion worth of business in the next 3 years. And that's a big thing. And when I talk about it, I'm really happy to say in one of the companies where I am placed currently, it is one of the potential companies to show an edge in that area. And like coming back to the main question, like why data analytics? Like I told you, we always talk about demand and supply.
Yeah.
So where the supply is very low and the demand is so high, when we are talking about billions of dollars, then definitely this will be a good one prime choice that you can actually make. And when someone is actually providing you a learning path to do the
Lovely.
same.
I'm going to come back to you about that non-coding aspect, Bijay. Let's first hear it from Sawjanya. What made you choose analytics? Like after engineering, why not do a master's abroad and rather do an analytics MBA in India?
Okay, so I never had the thought of doing masters abroad, and honestly, this is no different from that, is what I felt. So I have few friends who are doing MBA in business analytics from UK. So I did compare the course curriculum before joining, and then it was pretty much same, no much difference. And so this is home, and definitely I didn't want to shift. That is the primary reason, and I think Bijay was the first person that I actually contacted and connected to before taking up the course. I was a little skeptical about, he was slightly sure on taking up this course. I was initially a little skeptical about taking the course, and then I wanted to talk to one of my seniors, and he was the first person that I reached out to. And then Bijay was the first person, but also I did speak to a couple of other seniors. And the thing that I was skeptical about is, will I be able to do the coding? Because although I come from an engineering background, I do not have experience in coding because I don't come from computer science, to be specific. So I come from electronics background. So that was one worry that I had. Also, I did speak to our program chair, so they were very friendly. So they are always there to help you. So I think after talking to all the program chairs and the subject teachers and a couple of seniors, I've decided that this is the right decision.
Lovely. That's pretty interesting. So now, if you were giving advice to students who are right now in that phase where they have to decide what specialization should they choose, whether should they choose analytics or not, or they should look at others, what would you suggest? Like, who's fit or the right fit, Bijay, when it comes to an MBA in analytics?
So, well, I would basically say that any person can do anything. That is my core, which I believe in, like all this time. But parallelly, you have to be very curious about things. You should, try learning, try participating more. So in places like this, where things are fast moving, you have to understand the presence of the big movers, and you have to make them feel that you are moving with them as well. So like when you want to say, okay, whether I can do business analytics as a field of study or not, that totally depends upon you. See, I might not have been confident about anything if I was giving this interview like 3 years before, but I would have definitely said that if you are interested, you can do anything. So there's nothing to worry as in such, I believe. But once you put your interest into it, you can definitely do it.
Okay, and
So
one
that.
last thing before I let you off, Bijay, is you said you're a non-engineer and non-coding
Mhm.
background. Still, you're able to do
Correct.
well, and you got one of the best placements out of the campus as well. So, what do you think was important or significant to keep going and adapt to a new technology as a whole?
See, it is all about the understanding and the lateral perspective about different things. If you talk about this, so let us say, if you look at our professors here, they are pretty much well qualified, and some in some instances they are overqualified, I would say. So you can like literally count the number of PhDs, PhD 1, PhD 2, and and the way they define things is like they are very small. Don't worry about it, and that kind of confidence you get. You just need the infrastructure and interest to move around with things. And trust me or not, Voxen provides with great infrastructure. If you just look into one of the introductory Voxens for video, but you will find the great infrastructure with all the kinds of computer systems and big processors which are like not available directly in India, and different types of facilities that you will get. Plus the professors are willing to even work with you even after the class hours. It is not cut timings for them to work. They are very much interested. In fact, they also involve you in industry projects. So for example, we had hosted a industry fair kind of thing where Mr. KTR had come, and that was one of the good opportunities that we were allowed to join, and we could run the show well, and he was pretty much happy with what all we were doing. And that is something that spirit is very important to be generated in the students. Like, I have been a teacher in the past for like 2 years, and I totally know the interest. Once it is insinuates to them to do anything, they can come up with great results. So that is what it is.
Lovely. That's really great. So, Sawjanya, any parting thoughts for all the students who are listening to us and, deciding which MBA stream to choose?
So I think Bijay has pretty much mentioned everything. Like he said, the infrastructure is great, although apart from the infrastructure, I think the opportunities that they get towards like the industry project that he mentioned, they might even take you in the company if they really like your project. So you don't have to really worry about the placement after that. So it all depends on how solid is your project and the guidance that they give over here. So the lab is open till 2 a.m. in the morning. So anytime I can go, and then anytime they're always available over call. It's a residential campus, so most of the faculty also stays in the campus. So I don't have to worry about asking them around 10 or 12 a.m. in the night, or I don't have to worry about anything at all. They're always there. Everything is very handy over here. And also, apart from all of this, I think the international program that they have, the student exchange program also, so the exposure that you get here is very solid. Base is very solid. So I think if this is your choice, you should go for it.
Lovely. That's really amazing. So thank you so much for joining in, Sawjanya and Bijay. It was lovely catching up with you guys today.
Likewise,
Thank you
thank you.
so much, Anisha. Great day.